is just to serve drinks and then give safety instructions. And then you looked into the cockpit and you found out that the co-pilot and the pilots are puking on food poisoning. So what comes to your head first? And you're the only person that everybody in the coach is looking up to. You have about 120 people in the coach, which are footballers, business people, you have nuns, you have boy scouts in the coach, and they're looking up to you. You went back into the coach, into the cockpit, and then you were telling yourself, I've got a great attitude. I've got the best attitude. I can do this. And then you're looking at the galaxy of controls and then you don't know what to do. And then you're still telling yourself, I know I can do this. Boom, the plane went into a nosedive. And then suddenly you realize that, what would you have done basically? Suddenly you just realize that this is a dream. But in reality, what would you have done? Basically, there's statistically, it has been shown that no flight attendant has been able to land it basically. No flight attendant. So that comes to mind. But wouldn't it be great if any one of us just step up randomly? Wouldn't it be nice if you found out that you are moving from being called John to John Doe? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if you hear that Akorede is now millionaire tomorrow? Wouldn't it be nice? So those are the things that we need to start. So as a team leader, as a team member, as an interim lead, we need to understand what is called preparedness. We need to understand how to relate with each other as a team. We need to understand that there are different people with different capabilities, different strengths, and different personality. And that is how we make sure that all these our goals are not being altered unexpectedly. So basically, how do you go from John to being called John Doe? So this is the thing. The book made use of a word called tag. It means that when you're being tagged as a leader and you screw it up, you might not have a chance you might not have a second impression anymore. So you need to look. So giving yourself time here is saying that, I'm not saying give yourself time to take a vacation when they say, Stanley, take up this role. I'm not saying you should go for a vacation and say, okay, when the thing is over, I'll just pick it up from there. I'm saying assess yourself. Who am I as a person? Why are they giving me this role? Why did they assign this to me? I know I didn't go to Oxford University. I know I didn't go to University of Suffolk. I went to Ekiti State University. But why me? You know what that means? So you need to understand who you are. Give yourself time, process it, think about it. Basically, self-assessment. So you need, the second one is self-talk. So most times when they assign a task to us, or we are being given a lead role that we're supposed to pick up, most times there's this devilish thought that comes to our head that says, you can't do it, you said you know. It will only take a little time before they know who you are. What this facade that you're just giving us is nothing. And then this thing, you need to start talking back to your thought and tell your thought, I can do it. I know who I am. I'm destined for greatness. I know this thing. I know I might not have the strength, but I've got people that surround me that know that can make me achieve this. So you need to start self-talk. Point yourself towards success. So as a person, you don't want to be found in, how do I explain this? You don't want to be found in a funeral giggling. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be seen smiling with the curb of a beer. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you don't want to be found in a workplace showing fear. That is just basically it. Because when you show fear, you are not assuring those your team members that this thing that you're being assigned to is going to be successful. Because when you show that, yes, I can do it, people don't really need to know you. When you're being given a task, nobody is thinking about your success as a person. They're thinking about the organizational goal. So they don't know who you are. They are not saying, oh, I want Akorede to take up this role so that, tomorrow we can say that, yes, it's the one that did this for the organization. No. They are saying that as a person, look into the organizational goal. And so that when people see this, even if you're not capable, they tend to help you. They tend to give you that strength in order for you to achieve what you're supposed to do. So this is basically steps to establish where you are. Where are you as a person? I spoke about this. Assess your situation. The task given to you, is it a piece of cake or a heavy sledding? You need to understand it. That is where self-assessment comes in. you need to understand, is it easy? Is this something I can do alone? Is this something I know my strength? Is this something I look into my team member and say, I know Tyler is capable of this. I know she's got strength in this. How can we do it? How can we work together in order to achieve this goal? That doesn't make you a backward person, and that doesn't make you less of a leader. So, list your resources. Basically, it could be people, it could be money, it could be time, it could be connections. Those are the things that we need in order to be successful as a lead, or as an interim lead, or as a team member. So you need to start asking yourself these questions. List your liabilities. What are those things that stand in your way of success? What are those things? When we know the problem, then we already know what the solution is. When you know the problem of something, when you know this is what is delaying my success, when you already know it, then there's a chance for you to move forward. Things you need to learn about team members. So, getting people to do something for you is a nitty-gritty business. It's not just saying, I want you to do this. Getting people to do it and getting people to act on it fast is a nitty-gritty business, according to the book. So now, you need to understand one thing from team members as a people. How long have they been in the organization? At the same time, this means that you need to respect experience, but at the same time, do not undermine a fresh perspective. You understand what that means? So what do they want from the team? People want a lot of things from the team. Some people want advancement. Some people want a chance to show off. Some people want money. But all these things are really valid. Let's be sincere. But they alter your own expectations. So you need to understand all these things. What your expectations are. What are your expectations as a person? You need to communicate your goal as fast as possible. What do you want to achieve in this thing? This is my own set goals. This is what I want us to achieve. This is the reason why I'm taking this step. This is the reason why I'm doing this. You need to be able to communicate that. What does the mission look like from both sides? Find out their doubts and reservations. This is another topic on its own, but I'll dive into it later. How team works. Find out who had experienced big collaboration before. You need to start asking these questions. Okay, it's not just, we are being given a task. This is how we do it. Ask questions. Someone might have been there before, you don't know. Ask these questions and how they can help you. What their most displaying experience was. You see, this last part is, when I was reading the book, I thought about the manual when I was reading this book. And then that what people speak about most in life, when you have conversation with people, and you find out what they speak about most is what is their value, is the person that they have. So when I was having conversation, several times I've had conversation with the man around, we talk about tech mostly. We find out that every conversation we had is always just falling back to big tech. And then there was a day they were giving a shout out, and then I heard when they called his name for, he helped them during the WhatsApp stuff and everything was shaking like that. My mind just went like, okay, this is really what this guy is. If you're talking to him, he talks about social media, he talks about digital marketing and everything like that. So you need to understand that what people recall most is who they are. So you need to start to understand that. Ways to feel better about leadership. Make a list of your proven skills. What can I do? What is my strength? What is it that other people can help me with? What is it that I need to learn fast? Those are the things you need to start looking at as a team member or as a team lead. Assess your natural strength. So this book speaks about the type of people, the 4 types of people we have in an organization. We have the doer, we have the thinker, we have the creative, and we have the socials. Those are the type of people we have in an organization. So assessing your strength through that, but I'll explain all this as we move along. List your unarguable weakness. Okay, what are the things? You need to be sincere with yourself here. We don't like being sincere with ourselves. You need to be sincere with yourself in the sense that those things you cannot do. You see, there's something called natural strength, and there's something that we can learn as human. There's something we are not just good at. But it doesn't make you a bad person, it doesn't make you less of a person. You know that person that is better at this thing. Let's for say there's a contract in the organization, I need to strike a deal, and I'm in charge of that task, basically. And then I'm going to strike a multi-million naira deal. And then I know that I need to pitch someone. some things to this organization, but I'm not good at public speaking. Let's say Miracle is very vocal. She can speak to anybody and will hear it. And then, why do I need to feel that? Why can't I just take Miracle along? Why can't I just speak with Miracle? Let's work with this. I know you can do this. But if Miracle can achieve it and then we strike that deal, what does it become for me too? We strike a deal, we met it. That's what I'm talking about, organizational goal. So don't always think about me alone. Don't always say, at least they should recognize me for my own success. It's a teamwork. So cross-check your skills. Like I've said earlier, cross-check what you can do, what you can't do, basically. Recognize that there are some things you are good at. Delegate tasks to individuals that take advantage of their natural strength, just like I explained the other time about Miracle. So don't staple yourself to the cross. Your job is to point your team towards success. You cannot come and die. So basically, what type of a leader are you? So these are the type of leaders we have. And before I go on this, the writer is not saying you need to be one of these. The writer is saying, how can you strike a balance? Because with all these type of leaders, there are cons to all these type of leaders. And there are very good sides to all these type of leaders too. So we have an idealist as the first one. So an idealist is a person that is passionate about work. And they are someone that, when you find them in the workspace, you would want to work with them. They're someone that uses other people's ideology and experience to find a solution, to provide a solution. So basically, they are all in. They want to get that thing done. But there's something about them when you don't understand where they are coming from, or what their ideology, and you are not trying to understand what their ideology is as a person, it's just seen as if you want to sabotage them. Do you understand? So you need to, but these people are also needed in an organization. A mentor is a people-driven person. It's someone that, so when we think about it, most of us will ask this question that, who is a mentor to you? Most of us recognize some of our previous bosses or our current bosses as some of our mentors. That's what you say about them. But these people are people that they want you to achieve success. They want you to grow until they can say, oh, I'm done, I've trained this person can stand alone. Do you understand? But there's something, because they are people-driven, because they are easily attached to people, and because they are attached to people that are more like them. You know, I've trained you, you're not like me, you act like me, then you should be somebody I move along with. But if they find out that you are different from who they want you to be, they tend to be, people see them as this favoritism. People see them as, no, this person is not up to the task as a leader. But basically, as a mentor, you need to be able to understand what is called individuality. But this book is saying most mentors do not have these skills because they are people-driven people. They get attached to people easily. So, an achiever is a brilliant leader. And what I mean is someone that communicates their energy to you clearly. Someone that is a delegator, a talented networker. Okay. I'll be fast. You have talented networkers around you. There are these people that you want to work with basically. There are these people that they will stretch you until they don't even care if you are sick or anything, but they just want to get the job done. Do you understand? So synthesizers are people that make use of, they are whatever was kind of leader. They are the type that they will survey different information just to make their own decisions. Do you understand? But these type of people are not really called accidental leaders because they themselves need help. You understand? Because they make decisions like it's basically whatever works. So they are not this is how we should think. They use different surveys to find out solutions. They don't think alone. They don't know how to do these things. And they are the type of people I would say they toot their own horns. They talk about themselves mostly all the time. So you might see them as being proud or they don't even know what they're doing. So the partner is more like a mentor. But a partner with their own peers. People that are like them. They work with people that are like them. So I got the fact. An enthusiast is someone who is passionate about their job. They are hard worker. They are the people that when you say you are tired, they are ready to continue. So an advocate is someone that sees the job through to completion. They dislike human weakness. They don't like people who isn't sound-minded. So a diplomat is someone that can work with anybody. They also respect individuality, but they choose those people they want to work with. So how to bring people into your circle? Listen to them. So listening to people isn't about facing them and nodding your head and saying yes and then until you speak back to them. It's not about that. It's not about just facing someone and saying, okay, I'm listening, and then you just want to talk. That's good. But listen and pay close attention. It's really important. Because when you pay close attention, you find out that you found out some things that amazes you as a person that you do not know. So appreciate differentness. Don't be scared of people that are always against you, basically. Don't be scared of something that does not really, because don't be scared of a person that is not a yes person. Someone that is ready to tell you, I disagree with you, I think we could do it this way. Thank you goes a long way. Always say thank you. Appreciate the fact that they've given you a particular type of knowledge at some point. Keep your ears open. It will help you. Team or partner with peers, supervisors, and subordinates. Let people know you are available. Be direct. Join associations. You see, join association is about, you know, people that do what you do naturally. They tend to give free advice because it just comes out. You don't need to pay for it. So 4 types of people are not to work with each. We have the doers. People who themselves wish to be leaders. They are called the doers. They don't need you to delegate anything to them. They just want to get the job done. Just give them responsibilities and say, continue with this, and they will do it for you. They might want to sabotage you in taking your job, but if you've got a strong mind, you can work with this type of people. Fingers are people that they are perfectionists. They're the type that when you tell them there's a task at hand, they are already telling you that they're already looking for the negative side of what you are saying. They are already scared because they seek for perfection. They are resistant to change. So you need to come up with a counter evidence and tell them, if you go about this, if you do this, this is how it's going to work. So those are the type of people they are. You have the socials, they are people's people. Basically, when you find them in an organization, they are smiling to everybody. It doesn't mean that they are not, they are smart also. They're very, they talk to people to get information and everything. Creative people are those people that come up with fresh ideas, fresh perspective, and then those are the kind of person they are. I don't want to go into their content because my time is full. How to motivate people. Celebrate the completion of outcomes. A victory unnoted might not have happened. Always celebrate an outcome. Show up for the boss. The more audience representation, the more mileage the team will get from success. Belong together. When all else fails, choose Chicken Republic. I know you might not be able to afford the Cali restaurant and the likes, but Chicken Republic is closer to you. Just go there. How to give feedback verbally, tell them face to face. In writing, tell them, but giving all this feedback is based on different personality of people that you have in an organization. Giving a doer feedback, you know, a doer is somebody that you don't need to delegate to, but they know what to do. Be clear to those type of people. Be straightforward. A creative person, use different ideas to give them feedback. A social person, you can use people, basically. A thinker is someone that I told you earlier that they are perfectionists. Always give them examples of why and what, this and that, to give them feedback. So basically, thank you.